reconstruction project of Akure-Ado-Ekiti Road will be flagged off tomorrow following the recent decision by the Federal Executive Council to re-award the job to two new contractors for speedy completion. Road users and residents of the area in Akure, the Ondo State capital, expressed optimism that if completed will to a large extent ease human and vehicular movement. Amorela Obeji reports that the Federal Executive Council, led by President Muhammadu Buhari, has formally approved the cancellation of the 2020 contract awarded to Dantata and Sawore for the reconstruction of Akure-Ado-Ekiti Road. We'll bring you reports of that in our subsequent bulletin. The approval of license for Ondo Deep Sea Port has been lauded as a move which will facilitate massive turnaround of the state's economy. The Federal Executive Council gave the nod for the development of the Ondo multi-purpose port at Erona Oboti in Ilaje local government area earlier this week. Osrc Saeed Aribisala saw the views of a cross-section of people about the development. The report.
Deep sea port is everything to this state and is even everything to the country. Because if you have a natural port where you have draft over 60 meters, what else do you need? The country must be interested in Port Ondo.
The clamor for the establishment of Port Ondo at Erona Oboti in Ilaje local government area has been on since inception of the Akeredolu administration. The proposed $1.3 billion multipurpose deep sea port project is expected to create job opportunities for 20,000 people in the state. The Minister of State for Transportation, Prince Ademola Adegoroye, who briefed State House correspondents after the meeting of the Federal Executive Council, said the project will be executed through a public-private partnership agreement at no cost to the federal government. While speaking on the development, a monarch and business owner in the state, Oba David Olajide, said it will improve trade and commerce, create job opportunities, and attract foreign investors. The state, Oba David Olajide, trade and commerce, create job opportunities, and attract foreign investors. The state, Oba David Olajide, create job opportunities. A financial analyst, Bankole Olaoluwa, said the seaport will boost the state's revenue generation capacity, create job opportunities, investors. A financial analyst, Bankole Olaoluwa, said the seaport will boost the state's revenue generation capacity. Olaoluwa advised create job opportunities. Bankole Olaoluwa.
No fewer than, we apologize for that. We hope that we'll bring more of that much later. No fewer than 63 bills have been passed into law by the Ninth Assembly in Ondo State. The Chairman, House Committee on Information, Youth and Sports Development, Benga Omoli, during a media chat, informed that the bills have in no small measures contributed to the development of Ondo State in those 4 years. House of Assembly correspondent Omoshiliola Adesoye Ajayi now reports.
The third media chat and the last affords the Ninth Assembly lawmakers to give accounts of their stewardship for the people of Ondo State. While declaring the valedictory chat with journalists open, the Speaker Bamidele Oleyelogun, represented by his deputy Samuel Aderoboye, commended the journalists for the level of professionalism they display in dealing with the Ninth Assembly. During interaction, the Chairman House Committee on Information, Youth and Sports Development, Olubenga Omoli, said the Ninth Assembly has passed into law over 60 bills which have in no small measures contributed to the socio-economic growth and development of Ondo State.
As lawmakers representing our various constituencies, we are duty-bound to carry out our statutory legislative activities which are on a tripod of lawmaking, representation, and oversight function. Gentlemen of the press, it will interest you to note that the House has passed well over 63 bills. It will have been more than this, but some are different categories. Some are in the first reading, some have been committed to committee, some are in the second reading. But the one that has been passed into laws are 63 in the last 4 years. Some of the bills have no doubt given support and comfort to the people of Ondo State.
The Assembly's spokesman appreciated the people of the state for their unalloyed support for the 9th Assembly and urged them to extend such support to the 10th Assembly for more development in the state.
The robust relationship between us is second none to the peace we are enjoying today in the annual chamber. I want to appreciate the governor of Ondo State, SANCON, for his various landmark achievements in the state. Using his political will and passion for development has no doubt contributed in no small measure to encourage us in recording and consummating all these goals. Today, the Assembly complex is wearing a new look, and we are proud that the total overhaul of the complex took place during our time.
The 26th 9th Assembly lawmakers who assumed office in June 2019 have few more days to go as the people of Ondo State await the assumption of the 10th Assembly legislators. Omoshiliola, Adesori Ajayi, Osrc News.
You're watching the news at 7. We'll take a quick break. When we return, we'll serve you more stories. Please stay with us.
The Ondo State Media Group, owners of Osrc TV, Orange 94.5 FM and Sunshine 96.5 FM, Alalaye, invites the general public to a special edition of our program, The Round Table. This program focuses on stimulating rich conversations on key societal issues as we meet minds with newsmakers and those in charge of policy implementation. In this edition, we will be delving into issues surrounding success stories and challenges of infrastructure development in Ondo State. As Engineer Rahimi Aminu, FNSC, Honorable Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, will be our guest, facing robust conversation from the joint newsrooms of our television and radio channels. You can be part of this engagement by joining us on our 3 channels: Osrc Television, Orange 94.5 FM, Sunshine 96.5 FM, Alalaye, as well as our online platforms on Facebook, Osrc TV, on YouTube, Osrc TV Ondo. Date is Thursday, 25th May 2023 at 3 p.m. You can send in your questions, contributions and comments and be assured of meaningful response. Once again, date is Thursday, 25th May 2023 at 3 p.m. This edition of the Roundtable will be explosive, engaging, informative, thorough, tearing and searing. Join us.
Back from that break, you can watch us live on our website www.osrc.ng or follow us on Facebook, Osrc TV. You can equally subscribe to our channel, Osrc TV Ondo. And now to the rest of the bulletin. Ondo State Commissioner for Infrastructure, Lands and Housing, Rahimi Aminu, is a guest of Ondo State Media Group, the Roundtable, on Thursday, the 25th May from 3 p.m. The Roundtable is a program on Osrc TV, Orange 94.5 FM and Sunshine 96.5 FM, Alalaye, which focuses on stimulating rich conversations on key societal issues through an interface with newsmakers and those in charge of policy implementation. Thursday's rendezvous will delve into issues surrounding the success, stories and challenges of infrastructure development in Ondo State. You can be part of the engagement by joining our channel, Osrc Television, as well as our frequencies for Orange 94.5 FM and Sunshine 96.5 FM. The program will also be screened live on our online platforms on Facebook, Osrc TV, and YouTube, Osrc TV Ondo. Taking this again, the construction project of Akure Ado-Ekiti Road will be flagged off tomorrow following the recent decision by the Federal Executive Council to re-award the job to the two new contractors for speedy completion. Road users and residents of the area in Akure, the Ondo State capital, expressed optimism that if completed would, to a large extent, ease human and vehicular movement. Amorola Obeji reports that the Federal Executive Council, led by President Muhammad Buhari, has formally approved the cancellation of the 2020 contract awarded to Dantata and Sawo for the reconstruction of the Akure Ado-Ekiti Road.
The road project, which had been flagged off in 2021, faced various logistical and funding challenges, just as road users have been experiencing hardship on the dilapidated road.
The road is bad, too much. By running Ado, go come. No one will go to mechanic to go repair the vehicle. Then, so many problems we are having in the road. Kidnapper, thief.
Ó lágbára o, torí tí èèyàn bá wá láti ọ̀tún wá sí Àkúrẹ́ ìnira ni fún wa. Ṣùgbọ́n gbà mí gan a prefer láti gba Ìlàwẹ̀ tó a rí mọ̀ pé wọ́n ti ṣe ọ̀nà Ìlàwẹ̀ sí Àkúrẹ́. So a prefer Ìkẹrẹ́ sí Àkúrẹ́ láti ká gbàbẹ̀ wá. Kò sí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ gan tó jẹ́ pé tá bá gbé gan láti bí gan lọ sí Adó gan, wọ́n mọ̀ ń complain. Pàápàá gan lára mọ́tò wa gan problem ni.
When our motor go to Ado-Ekiti, as we coming back, we are going to the mechanic somewhere.
When we are coming from market to this place, the money that we use to transport to this place is very costly.
The decision by the federal government will cost the total sum of 95.5 billion naira to be handled by two contractors simultaneously from Akure and Ado-Ekiti ends for speedy completion. The part of the project which will start from the Akure end was awarded to Messrs. Sanchez Nigeria Limited and Messrs. Horizon Construction Co. Limited, while the one from the Ado-Ekere end was awarded to Coupe Construction Co. Limited. Some potholes have been patched for smooth vehicular movement. Residents and road users in Akure hailed this decision, saying they have been feeling government's impact in the past 1 week.
I believe that when they do it fine, it will be our transport fare will come down, and everything that we put down that we sell it, everything will be okay for us, and we'll be happy too.
We are happy because since last week we don't start. In fact, we appreciate. We appreciate well.
Bàtà àrílẹ̀ lọ́jọ́ mẹ́ta pé a rí oríṣiríṣi nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n ń lò láti kan fi sọ̀nà inú wa dùn tí wọ́n bá lè fi ìlérí wọn ṣẹ gẹ́gẹ́ bí tàtẹ̀yìnwá a lè dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ Ọlọ́run àdèmà dúpẹ́ náà lọ́wọ́ wọn.
As what you are doing now, what has happened? Our motor go successfully. Automatically, I come back without anything. We are thank you very well. They are doing very well. We are happy.
Equipment are already sighted on the road, giving residents the hope that government is ready to ease their suffering. Omoriola Mbiji, Osrc News.
And away from that, President Muhammad Buhari is yet to dissolve his cabinet as widely speculated. Many had expected that the president would dissolve his cabinet at the valedictory Federal Executive Council meeting, which he chaired in Abuja today. However, the president instead directed his minister to return to their offices and continue work. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, said the dissolution is fake news, that the ministers will work until the 29th of May. Meanwhile, worried by President Buhari's refusal to sign the sexual harassment bill, some civil society organizations led by the Anti-Sexual Harassment Advocacy have appealed to the president to sign the bill and put an end to the menace. A member of the group and executive director of the Center for Awareness on Justice and Accountability, Kabiru Dakata, said the bill would provide a universal guide for prosecuting sex offenders in tertiary institutions. Also speaking on the bill and issues surrounding it becoming law, immediate past secretary, Nigerian Bar Association, Joyce Odua, described the bill as a step in the right direction to curb sexual violence. The civil society organizations added that the National Assembly should exercise its veto power and get the bill fully enacted into law if the president fails to do the needful. Federal lawmakers in 2016 took steps to reverse the trend of sexual harassment and rape of children and women in Nigeria by producing a legal instrument that criminalizes the acts. The Senate has passed a bill seeking to compensate victims of the NSAS protest for second reading. The bill, which was sponsored by Senator Gershom Mukbasi, a member of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) from Cross River State, was passed today. Leading debate for the bill, Basi said the bill seeks to provide for the establishment of the NSAS Victims Compensation Fund. According to Basi, the eventual establishment of the fund and implementation of the recommendation of the Judicial Panel of Inquiry and Senate Joint Committee on NSAS would certainly bring succor to the victims of the 2020 NSAS nationwide protest. The Senate President, Ahmed Lawan, subsequently